पार्ट बाय पार्ट देशघात हो रहा है, and then finally उनका सर्वघात. बस they were doing the सर्वघात.
And
That
now
time आत्मा का ज्ञान was 1 degree.
yeah,
And karma was 99 degrees. Now Atma ke good have awakened to 99 degrees. Why? Because इतने का घात हो गया, तब तक वो देश घाती कह रहा.
right.
Okay.
Then
Now, हाँ
yeah,
बोलो.
when we say that एक द्रव्य दूसरे द्रव्य का कुछ कर तो नहीं सकता है, तो what would be the reason behind explanation of karmic reasoning for labdhis?
Very good. Very nice question. First of all, I should appreciate you for that.
Thank you, ma'am.
Now, the answer for this is कि from Dravyanuyog point, we will talk about focusing on the Atma.
Yeah.
Right? Dravyanuyog का विषय क्या है? शुद्ध द्रव्य को समझना.
Yeah.
Minus all the foreign dravya associated with. So, in this universe, two things are a reality, Atma and Karma, and their association is a reality. But the Atma is not able to understand the Atma. For the Atma to become serious about its own self, we are talking about the pits and falls that will happen in the order of, in the understanding, through the understanding of karmas. That if the Atma is not serious about going to itself, where all it can go, where all 148 divisions में वो कहाँ अटक सकता है, where all it can get stuck up.
Right.
So, the understanding of karma helps you to become more serious of the Atma Dravya.
Okay.
Second thing is, the Atma is found with karma since time immemorial. And in a process only these karmas can be eliminated. So that process is also told through the Gunasthan and Labdhisar and Panchalabdhi and all that.
Okay.
So when you understand this very deeply, the Labdhisar content and Panchalabdhi and all that, you will become, we will become more serious about our spiritual goal.
Right.
You get faith in it. You'll get faith in it. And you will be careful that if I do this bhav, this all can happen. So I have to alter that bhav and come to my Shuddha bhav.
Right.
Understand?
Right.
I know. So, like when you're going on the road and they say caution, if you don't wear the helmet, you will be fined. If you break the rules, you'll be fined. So, karma theory is nothing but telling you about the cautions and the fining, the penalty, the punishment you will get by being out of your soul, by not recognizing your soul. Recognize means realizing your soul, which is a pure soul. It is a liberated personality, but stuck up with this in the karma cage. So you are not the cage, you are that beautiful personality. So when you get faith in that and you absorb in that, that is when all this cage ka ye bandhan will loosen.
Right.
Not until then.
Right.
समझ में आ रहा है क्या?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you, ma'am.
तो आप एक काम करिए, बुक अच्छे से पढ़िए, और पिक्चर्स भेजिए, ग्रुप चैट में भेजिए या पर्सनल चैट पे भेजिए, एंड ऑडियो मैसेज भेजिए. We will look at.
Okay. I'll
If I
do that.
start teaching means it will take 1 semester to teach this one book. So I'll request all of you to please get this book and read listen to Ujjwala Shah's lectures, and I'll arrange one special lecture on this. All of you try to join.
Sure.
It's a very important subject, very interesting, and it should be studied thoroughly, systematically, so that we get total clarity about Atma also, and about not being serious about Atma. What are the consequences?
Right.
समझ में आया?
How much is its influence on the 7 tattva ki Shraddha?
One second. And you asked कि एक द्रव्य दूसरे द्रव्य का कुछ नहीं करता. So definitely आत्मा कर्मों का नहीं करता, but निमित्त नैमित्तिक संबंध.
Right.
Not karta karm संबंध. As you progress on the path of spirituality, what happens correspondingly in the karma, all that is explained. Nimitt, Atma is not the this karma are not the ones who are binding the Atma. But because they coexist. So when something happens in the field of Atma, there is a corresponding field that also gets activated or energized or loosened or whatever it is.
Right.
So that is measured through Panchalabdhi, Gunasthan, Leshya, Karma, Kashaya.
Okay.
Measured. It's only a measurement they give you.
Okay.
Like if I
Okay.
ask how many karmas are there, what answer
Hmm.
you will give? Paras bhai,
It,
karma kitne hain? So Saurabh bhai, you can also answer.
let him answer.
कर्म कितने हैं?
बहुत सारे है ना मैम,
बहुत
8
सारे
कर्म
हैं।
है ना.
हटना नहीं, वो तो है।
एक है कि अनेक है? एक है कि अनेक है?
नहीं, अनेक है।
अनेक है। अगर मैं बोल दूं एक है तो रॉन्ग हो जाएगा।
क्या
पैसे कर्म एक है। हाँ भरत भाई बोलिए, अनम्यूट करिए।
कितने कर्म है ऐसा?
हाँ
क्या पूछा?
मैडम, हाउ आर यू मैडम? बोलो भरत भाई, आज एकदम अपना कैजुअल सेशन है, नो सीरियस स्टडीज।
नहीं नहीं,
आप कुछ भी बोल सकते हैं।
क्या कर्म के ऊपर क्या बोलना है? मतलब हाउ मेनी काइंड ऑफ कर्म?
कर्म क्या है, नहीं कर्म कितने हैं?
एट एट मेन कर्म क्लासिफिकेशन और 148 टोटल।
हाँ
8 कर्म है।
एक। अच्छा आपने एक
एंड
कहा, तो आपको चाहिए तो इसका आंसर लिख लीजिए। सौरभ भाई आप
148 टोटल।
हाँ 148 भी करेक्ट है, 8 भी करेक्ट है, बहुत सारे भी करेक्ट है। प्रिया मैम एक बोले वो भी करेक्ट है, ऑल करेक्ट, ऑल आर करेक्ट।
ओके,
रियल में ऑल आर करेक्ट एंड देयर आर मोर आंसर्स टू इट। लिख लो, थोड़ा सा आपके काम आ जाएगा। फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल कर्म एक है, पुद्गल आस्तिकाय, राइट? पुद्गल
Yes.
अस्तिकाय, पुद्गल है, अस्थि है, उनका एग्जिस्टेंस है ना? एंड दे हैव एन एक्सटेंशन स्पेस, वो स्कंद परमाणु है ना, स्कंद देश प्रदेश परमाणु सब फॉर्मेट में एक वो पुद्गल आस्तिकाय है। सेकंड कर्म दो है, घाती कर्म अघाती कर्म, शुभ कर्म अशुभ कर्म। अरे म्यूट पे रहिए भरत भाई। शुभ अशुभ भी बोल सकते हैं, घाती अघाती भी। टू में त्रिकर्म, कर्म तीन है, द्रव्य कर्म, भाव कर्म, नो कर्म। द्रव्य कर्म, भाव कर्म, नो कर्म। फिर कर्म चार है, चार घाती चार अघाती। चार भी, फोर में भी Malarvili madam, are you able to follow madam? Ram sir, are you listening?
Yes, ma'am.
How are you, Malar madam? How is your son's health?
Parvalil. Okay, madam. I am fine.
கொஞ்சம் உங்க ஃபேஸ் காட்டுங்களேன்.
Oh, okay.
How are you madam? How is your son?
He is also fine, madam.
It's all right? He's recovered fully?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. K10 சொல்லுங்க. Okay. तो 4 हो गया? 4 हो गया? Then 5 पाप related 5 kinds of कर्म, है ना? हिंसा का कर्म, कर्म also means any activity, no? तो हिंसा का कार्य, झूठ का कार्य, तो वहां पे वो 5 कर्म। Then 8 कर्म है ना, 8 कर्म। Then 148 कर्म,
140.
and then you will say Anant. Anant Jeev have Anant types of bhav. So Anant Vargana types, and a Vargana get bind different Varganas we are binding. So Anant bhi bol sakte hain. With respect to one Jeev, you can say Sankhyat, Asankhyat, and with respect to all the Jeev, you can say Anant. Okay, just say for example, Sankhyat, Asankhyat will be for people who are on the higher ladder of Gunasthan. Who are on the lower ladder of Gunasthan, Ananta, Anant, Karman, Vargana, Pudgal are there in the universe, and we don't bind one or two karmas, we bind Anant Karman Vargana in one bhav, in one samay. In one bhav, in one samay, we bind Anant Karman Vargana groups of atoms we are attracting. So Vargana is the molecules, the atoms of karma. So you should know there are 8 kinds of Vargana. Vargana means group of atoms. This universe is made of 8 groups of atoms. Besides the Jeev Tattva and all this Ajeev mein, Dharma, Akash and all that. For example, if I take this book, What is this book? It is paper.
Paper.
From where did you get this paper? From the
From
tree.
trees. Yeah.
So this is the Audarik Vargana of the Vanaspati kind. This is the Audarik means the physical body. Our physical body is made of Audarik Vargana. So what are the 8 groups of atoms? 5 Sharir ki 5
bodies.
Vargana.
Yeah.
Then Shwasoshwas, Bhasha, Mano Vargana.
Yeah.
So our thinking is happening. It is a Mano Vargana at work. The talking is happening. It is a Bhasha Vargana at work. The breathing is happening. It is the Shwasoshwas Vargana at work. Okay? Whenever any Man Vachan Kaya activity is happening, Kashai is happening, Bhav is happening, other than Paramparinamic Bhav. See, Paramparinamic Bhav is ever happening in the Jeev. But the Jeev is not associating itself with that Parinamic Bhav, and Karma Uday is happening. So the Jeev gets carried away and does the Audaik Bhav. At that time, what happens? This Karman Vargana, see, an action of Audaik Bhav happened. See, Karma Uday is happening. Every moment Karma Uday is happening. But Uday is not equal to Bandha. The Jeev gets associated with the Uday. And then new Bandh happens. Like for example, I'm sitting in Samay. I'm doing my dhyan. Okay, Atma ka dhyan, Paramparinamic Bhav, Gyata Drishta Bhav, everything. And I got a thought of dancing or of eating. Uday happened. So garbage in, garbage out ho raha hai. So nothing to worry. वो कर्म के field में हो रहा है. That is happening in the karma field. But who are you? You are a knower and seer. So just know, just see. Don't get associated with it. Don't get disturbed by it. Don't feel guilty for it. So that Uday will go in Upsham, Kshayopsham and Kshay. This is the state of Samay. Not getting associated with the Udaya. So you have arrested the new Bandha. So Samvar. This is the state of Samvar Tattva. आपने पूछा ना 7 तत्व, ये संवर तत्व.
Right.
समझ में आया? संवर तत्व.
Yeah.
Now you consistently absorb in the Atma. Continuously karma uday is happening. But you are not attending to it. You are deep in your source. Then Nirjara is happening.
Yeah.
And then you remain deep in your soul. You never come out of it. That is the state of moksha. That is only labdhi. Prapti is only labdhi. So Atma to sabko प्राप्त ही है. But in our ज्ञान, in our charitra, वो प्राप्त नहीं है. In our श्रद्धा प्राप्त नहीं है. So in our श्रद्धा, in our jnana, in our charitra, first the acceptance of it, the faith of it, the knowledge of it, and then the experience of it. So experience of it is charitra, and continuous experience of it is tapa. उसमें तपना. उसमें तपना समझ में आ रहा है? उसका ताप लगना. है ना? उसका ताप. First it was a spark of knowledge. Now that because of the tap of dhyan, it becomes a flame of knowledge that is Keval.
Right.
And this flame of knowledge burns all the karma and kashai and suffering and rebirth. Puridama.
Right.
Ma'am, I have a question.
I understand.
First of all, your question samajh mein aaya? Anant karman vargana put. See, now when you don't do this process of sambar nirjara, then Anant Karman Vargana, group of atoms that are there in the universe, to the extent of your Man Vachan Kaya activity and Kashai, with that much intensity, they will bind to you. But if the Kashai glue is not there, only the Man Vachan Kaya activity is there, then it won't be Anantanubandhi. It will be Apratyakyan, Pratyakyan, Sanjwalan, depending on the Kashai Chokdi, depending on your orientation of Charitra, Vratas, etc., they will get diluted. But in an order only they will go. First, the Mithyatva has to go. That time 7 Prakriti is gone. Then Avirati go, then another 4 Mohaniya Karam ka Bhed, and then other. So you should read the Gunasthan Vivechan book that has been given to you. What happens in each Gunasthan? When this purity happens inside, what happens to the karma? So it is only a yardstick, it's only a measurement of your involvement with your pure soul. So karma theory is not a scary thing. It is for us it is told to awaken us that if you don't understand the Dravyanu then Karnanu Yog mein kya ho sakta hai. So you become serious about Charnanu. That is the real bhakti towards the great personages revealed in Prathaman. And Atma ki bhakti only is it will happen only through the application of 4 Anuyogas. And so Karnanuyog cannot be eliminated from Jain studies. However serious we may be about Dravyanuyog, but corresponding Karnanuyog study is not there, means this Dravyanuyog concept cannot become clear. And then the real Charnanuyog, and that intensity wala Charnanuyog cannot start. That means we have not understood the Prathamanuyog Tirthankar Bhagwan ka message correct. You understand?
Yeah, got it, ma'am. Thank you.
Very heavy things being told. This is how things are.
Ma'am, I have a question. Can I?
First of all, your 8 Varganas understood, all of you, like this book is. Well, let me finish this part. Paras bhai, just 1 second. Don't lose your question. Keep it in your memory. So, Audaric Varganas. Now I ask you mobile. What is mobile? What is mobile? Think and tell.
Metal.
Metal and fiber and plastic, whatever.
Yeah.
So from where it has come?
From
where
soil.
all this raw material has come? From the soil. So yeah, Prithvi Kalki Audaric Vargana.
Yeah.
So when you look at it, then you want to Ragdvesh. Mute பண்ணுங்க Malarvili madam, mute பண்ணுங்க.
Okay, sorry.
Now you take something else. I'm talking. Bhasha Vargana is working. मैं तो ज्ञाता दृष्टा. So only when I sit and meditate, I'm Gyata Drishta? No. Even when I'm talking, even when I'm sleeping, I am a Gyata Drishta. That is the Shraddha. That is the Shraddha that we need to have. So it's not a fanciful idea. It is based on thorough study of Chinmani. That much Shraddha we should have. See, now what is Atma? वो तो केवल ज्ञान में प्रत्यक्ष होगा. अभी हमारे अनुमान में वो प्रत्यक्ष होता जाता. The more and more you read the karma theory, your anuman praman of Atma will become more clear and clear and clear. So when your anuman becomes right, your gyan becomes right. So when your anuman about Atma becomes right, again through the karma theory, anuman of Atma only has to be made right. Like for example, I'm telling you what is light. But somebody is not able to understand. See, light is here, light is here, light is here, everywhere light is there. So light is not something that you can take in your hand and show to people like a mobile or a book. He's not able to understand. Like a child, he's not able to understand. Then what I do, I switch off the light. And I tell him the darkness. Do you understand darkness? So absence of darkness is light. For a layman. But actually absence of darkness is not light. It is something more than that. But for a layman who is not able to understand, how you will explain? Through the corresponding opposite. So our aim is to understand the reality. But that reality is complex and it is with the karma and everything. So we have to make it clear that even though the karmas are there, that reality, that Trikali Shuddha Bhagwan Atma is caged in the karmas. Yet it is of the nature of moksha. But it realizes, it awakens, it roars in dhyan, in sadhana, then this cage of karma and kashai and kaya can be broken, can be transcended, not otherwise. Boliye Paras bhai.
While doing Samayik, ma'am, we keep on getting various thoughts, and we've often heard that we need to be Gnata Drashta. So do we focus on the thoughts, or do we just try and avoid them, or do we focus on something else?
See, what you're trying to tell is about the charitra to be followed. But this charitra, Samayik is charitra, no? 25वें बोले charitra 5. Samayik, Chedopsthapniya, Parihar Vishuddhi, Sukshma Sampray and Yathakhyat. So what is, we'll go to the last one. Yathakhyat. Yatha means jaisa. Yatha means eppadi irukudho appadi. Khyat yana manifested. Prasiddha. Atma jaisa hai, वैसा का वैसा प्रसिद्ध हो गया, है ना? Like gold is in the mines, so you're not able to identify the gold, but when you put it through the furnace and heat and all that, वो गोल्ड जैसा है वैसा का वैसा 24 कैरेट है ना, एकदम चमचमाता हुआ. It is seen or not, but that pure gold was hidden in the alloy form. Hidden, it was hidden.
Yeah.
Not that you brought something from your house and made the gold pure. It was pure. The purity manifested through the heat of the temperature, the heat, the furnace में जो भी goldsmith उसको डालता है, वो क्या करता है, इतना ज्यादा टेम्परेचर करता है उसका कि तब मेल्ट हो जाता है, गोल्ड अलग और impurities अलग, है ना. So this process here you can say is Asrav, Sambar, Nirjara, Moksha. So the Jeev is with the karma, that is the state of Asrav and Bandha. Then in the furnace of meditation, it becomes the first, now no new impurities are added. So stop हो गया. So Sambar हो गया. Now the heat, जितना ज्यादा heat उतना जल्दी detach हो जाएगा. कर्म and क्या बोले, alloy and जो सोना, उतना जल्दी. But what we do, we'll do सामायिक for 1 minute. समझ लो, real वाली सामायिक, आत्मलीनता वाली सामायिक we do for 1 minute. And 47 minutes we are doing Shubha. Shubha means what? स्वाध्याय करेंगे, भगवान का नाम लेंगे. So that time again karmas are attached. Shubh karma are attaching. So impurities in the gold are attaching. But very nice impurities, pleasant वाला feeling देने वाला. So we are doing bandha. We are doing asra when we are thinking, oh, dharam is happening. Dharam is only Sambar Nirjara. But before that, ahimsa will be there. First, you have to have karuna on your own self, then karuna on others, not to come out of Atma. So when you come out of your Atma and you do Shubha, then Punya ka asrav ho raha hai. But not understanding asrav as asrav, Sambar as Sambar, that is the biggest violence we are doing to our own self in the name of Nitya. तो आपने कहा था कि सामायिक you're doing, so अशुभ कर्म का उदय is happening. So आप ध्यान की अग्नि को बढ़ाओ, भेद विज्ञान की अग्नि फायर को बढ़ाओ. So now how to increase that? So the thoughts are coming, but who is knowing that these thoughts are coming? Thought is coming to the mind, but there is one sakshi to those thoughts. There is a knower and seer who is knowing and seeing that thoughts are coming, thoughts are going, thoughts are coming, thoughts are going. Oh, I am that knower and seer. I am not the thoughts. So ये भेद है, there is a भेद between Atma and the thoughts. बस उसका विज्ञान करने का नाम सामायिक है. विज्ञान करके उससे डिस्टर्ब नहीं होना, निराकुल रहना, साक्षी मात्र रहना. Okay, so this is the nature of Atma.
No, so
वो समभाव की आय की आय यानी इनकम को बढ़ाना in the process of ध्यान. So ध्यान is the only charitra, ध्यान is the only tap. And then externally you feel detached, kayotsan. And then you know yourself, swaka adhyay, swadhyay. Who am I? What am I doing? What am I supposed to do? मैं कौन हूँ? See, what we have read is different. Now you have to sit and practically do it and see. Is it the same way as I have read and understood? Then so many karmas they will come. Let them come. Don't get associated with it. This is Purusharth. This requires tremendous Purusharth. It is an uphill task. It is not easy. 100,000 times when you attempt, then only you will be able to have that Bhed Vigyan at the 4th Gunasthan. Then again another 100 times you will attempt, then the Kshayopsham of karma, Kashay, wo sab hoga. Then another 100,000 times you attempt, then unka Kshay will happen. Then another 100,000 times you attempt, then the perfection, the pure soul will manifest. And all the karma kashay will get diluted. This is only that Purusharth that happens from 4th Gunasthan to 12th Gunasthan. The fruit of this is the 13th Gunasthan. Atma was keval gyan swabhav, now wo keval gyan mein jagmagata, wo prakat ho gaya, yathakhyat ho gaya. Okay, now supposing you got the thoughts and you got carried away by it. You were sitting in Samayit and then suddenly आपको कोई शादी में गया था, I had lovely pani puri over there, I met all my friends, सब thoughts आ रहा है. Huge barat of thoughts are coming. And you forget that you are sitting in meditation. and then you go out. Go out मतलब you get carried away. थोड़ा वहां पर राग भी होगा, द्वेष भी होगा, सब आ जाएगा और वो सब ज्ञान में आ रहा है. Then immediately you realize, oh my God, I got carried away by my thoughts. And then again you come and तो छेद हो गया ना आपके संभाव में, छेद हो गया. आपने उपस्थापित किया अपने आप को वापस, यू ब्रॉट इट बैक टू द प्रेजेंट. तो ये हो गया छेदोपस्थापन चारित्र. तो जो दीक्षा लेते हैं, दे डिविएट फ्रॉम द पाथ, तो उनको वापस दीक्षा दे देते हैं, है ना. जैसे वो अपन ने विष्णु कुमार की स्टोरी में पढ़ा था ना, रक्षाबंधन स्टोरी में.
Yes, yes.
तो वो वापस से दीक्षा लेते हैं. छेद हो गया था, नियम टूट गया, तो अगेन रीइनिशिएट. तो छेद. देन यू डू सम एक्स्ट्राऑर्डिनरी थिंग्स, परिहार विशुद्धि, to increase your vishuddhi, to do the parihar of all the karmas, and that will be called as the third type of charity. And then 99% samayik bhav is perfected, only little kashay is still there, 10th gunasthan, that is sukshma samparai charity. And the other name is sanjwalan kashay. That means what? Even though the kashay are there, atma ki jyoti is jwalansheel. आत्मा की ज्योति is not diminished. 99% आत्मा ज्योति प्रकट हो गई, but little iota of karma is there, yet this jyoti is not disturbed in dhyan. So that is sanjwalan kashay, that is sukshma samparai charitra. And then you work on your atma, gyata drashta bhav, gyayak bhav, then all raga dvesh eliminated. Now even in keval gyan, the whole lokalok will be seen, but you will not get distracted from your gyayak bhav. That is the 12th gunasthan, Kshina Mohaniya Gunasthan. And the moment this Mohaniya Kshin हो गया, है ना, इतनी विशुद्धि आ गई, इतना प्रयोग आपने कर लिया, है ना, आपने you have entered सम्यक दर्शन ज्ञान, अपूर्व 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 आनंद आ रहा है. Now you perfect that karana labdhi also, and the fruit of it is the keval gyan, that was your potential state. Now it is in the manifested state. In moksha, in keval gyan, nothing new is achieved. What was not yours is all dropped. That bhav, that I am a body, I am kashay, karma, ye karna, wo karna, that is not our nature. Our nature is just being, not doing. So the being state is manifested completely. So now even in keval gyan, everything, the whole universe is seen, but no doing ka bhav is there. Only the being ka enjoyment is there. इसलिए हमारे भगवान कुछ नहीं करेंगे, वो हमें बता रहे हैं कि हमें क्या करना.
Excellent one. Yeah. So basically, when you say that we are doing samayik, would you say that samayik is nothing but doing Bhed Gnan as far as the asravas and thoughts are concerned? Would you define samayik as that?
Bhed Vigyan also bolna is vyavhar. You are enjoying the Bhed Vigyan state. आत्म ज्ञान आनंद में इतना आनंद आ रहा है कि पार्श्वनाथ भगवान मुनि पार्श्वनाथ को 7 days तक कमठ is giving उपसर्ग, but he is not disturbed, he is not distracted. 7 days तक वो मूसलाधार बरसात हो रही है. How much thick the ध्यान का level must be. Yet केवल ज्ञान is not happening. Yet केवल ज्ञान has not happened. सोचो जरा, पार्श्वनाथ भगवान तीर्थंकर पार्श्वनाथ बनने के पहले, है ना, so many days उपसर्ग, so detached. So what samayik we are doing is vyavhar, and that too not real vyavhar. Okay, the real vyavhar will happen only after the determination of reality. जब निश्चय का निश्चय होता है, तो अंतर मुहूर्त का सम्यक व्यवहार is enough for केवल. But for that perfect antar muhurat to come, it may take many years for some, it may take many hours for some, it may take many days for some. Like for Rishabdev, it took 1000 years for that perfect antar muhurat of keval gyan. For Mahavir, 12.5 years. For some Tirthankar, that day itself keval gyan happened. But the process is same. The chunks of karma are such that it takes so many years for them to get that perfection level. है ना. तो उदय में आ रहा है, तो बट कर्म है अपने सत्ता में, वो अपने द्रव्य क्षेत्र काल भाव में है, आत्मा अपने द्रव्य क्षेत्र काल भाव में है. बस भेद है, दोनों में भेद है. उसका ज्ञान ही होता है ध्यान में। तो ज्ञान का ज्ञान इज इक्वल टू ध्यान। So, and what Samay we are doing is only a net practice. गली क्रिकेट, फाइनल आईपीएल मैच का समय कभी बाकी है, but suddenly you can't go to IPL, no? You have to have the gully cricket, the practice, join an academy. तो वहां पर भी आप वही क्रिकेट ही करोगे ना, तो सामायिक क्रिया ही करोगे। ऐसे करते 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 you perfect the art of cricket over there. Here you perfect the art of meditation. Now you are in the IPL match, and itna you have to be alert that anytime the ball can come and you are ready to catch it. So anytime any karma ka uday can come and you are ready to be detached. And this cannot happen by without practice, without adoration of the pure soul, without devotion for Panch Parmeshti, देव गुरु श्रद्धा के बिना, सात तत्व की श्रद्धा के बिना नहीं होगा। और समझ में आया? क्वेश्चन आंसर हो गया क्या आपका? सो फर्स्ट व्यवहार, ये जो बाहर की सामायिक क्रिया से हमें नहीं होना चाहिए कि मैं धर्म कर लिया मेरा मोक्ष हो जाएगा। दिस विल बिकम व्यवहाराभास। दैट इज व्हाट वी विल बी स्टडीइंग इन व्हाट टू से 9th चैप्टर में आएगा।
अभी आ गया ना मैम?
हाँ, वो सब हो गया, बट अब और उसका और डिटेलिंग अपने को चारों अनुयोग में 9th चैप्टर में आएगा। तो रीड मोक्षमार्ग प्रकाशक अगेन एंड अगेन एंड अगेन, यू नो। कुल्फी जमाओ। अभी पहले इट वाज दूध, थोड़ा अभी थिक कुल्फी हुआ, बट थिक कुल्फी तो थोड़ा लिक्विड ज्यादा है, थोड़ा सा सॉलिड हुआ। हम ऐसा आइसक्रीम तो नहीं खाते ना, तो और थिक जमाओ, और थिक जमाओ। ज्ञान को और थिक करो, श्रद्धा और थिक करो, अनुभव और थिक करो। सॉरी, हिंदी बीच में आ रहा है। राम कुमार सर, आई डोंट नो व्हाट यू अंडरस्टैंड। ओके, चलो अब कोई क्वेश्चन?
मैम एक क्वेश्चन है।
The book has come in Tamil, madam. I try to get it and read it, ma'am.
हाँ, our Bhubalan sir has done it, right?
Yeah. I'll try and get it. Just now I talked to him also.
Ask him to take classes for you on Panchalabdi.
Okay, ma'am.
उकारुंगा, पढ़ेंगा।
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, now again you won't get this opportunity to study and understand.
Yes.
Make use of this human birth to get Samyak Darshan Gyan Charitra. There should be no other purpose in our life. बाकी सब व्यवहार है, वो तो हो जाएगा, हो जाएगा। This is the main purpose. Okay.
मैम आई हैव अ क्वेश्चन। जैसे हम कहते हैं कि जीव को बाहर में जब सुख अनुभव में आता है तो उससे राग होता है उसे, तो जीव को कभी आत्मा से राग होता है?
उसका नाम ही वीतरागता है। आत्मा
ओके,
से राग का नाम ही वीतरागता है।
पर
वो
वीतराग तो हम वैसे कहते हैं ना कि विदाउट राग जो है वो वीतराग अवस्था है।
बस अपने ज्ञान स्वभाव में ज्ञान का ही ज्ञान, ज्ञान का ही ज्ञान। आपको कहना तो वो राग कह दीजिए,
ओके,
कहना है तो वीतरागता कह दीजिए। प्रकृष्ट राग है ना विद परमात्मा शुड बी नथिंग बट फोकसिंग ऑन आवर वीतराग स्वभाव।
ओके,
ना प्रकृष्ट राग ऑन आत्मा is equal to experience of vitaragta.
ओके,
Like for example, I like somebody so much that I want to be with that person. So likewise, I like my Atma so much that I want to be in its company of Gyan, in the company of Gyan or Gyayak. कि मेरा आत्मा ही मेरा ज्ञेय बन जाए।
राइट।
Even केवल ज्ञान is happening in my Gyan, but my Atma, my Trikali Dhruv Paramparinamic Bhav is my ज्ञेय. Complete about turn, complete about immersed.
Right. Got it, man. Thank you.
You know, and that cannot happen without adoration, aradhana. Radha means, you understand, no? Aradhana. Read names are for this.
Yeah.
Read names are beautiful text. We have published it in English. Please get it and read it.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yes.
ma'am.
Anybody?
Ma'am, I just wanted to share one experience. I recently completed the Satipatthana course at Vipassana.
Very good.
It's,
Did you enjoy it?
yeah, very much, very much. It was
Mm,
challenging initially, and
yeah.
it is, I think, an ideal course for understanding vikaras, experiencing the vikaras, and getting rid of them. So,
Mm.
but what I've noticed is, the identification of vikaras and experiencing them happens much more when you are sitting alone and away and in solitude. It doesn't happen in normal life.
3 cheers to Paras bhai today. आज तो आपको लड्डू पेड़े बांटने चाहिए. भेज
Ma'am,
दीजिए घर पे, भेज दीजिए.
बिल्कुल.
मैं नहीं खाती लड्डू पेड़े, प्लीज सॉरी. मैं तो खाली एक खुशी बता रही थी,
जी,
है ना.
yeah,
बहुत अच्छा लगा. आपको पता चला ना कि कैसे राग द्वेष होता है, कैसे यू हैव टू फाइट विद योर इनर एनिमीज,
yeah.
है ना,
No,
एंड टू कम आउट विक्टोरियस, हैप्पी. So what were the problems, challenges you faced?
I'm very attached to my mom and my family.
Hmm.
And when I left, my mom wasn't feeling too well, because she's, gone through a hip surgery, hip replacement in one of the sides, and the other side is awaiting it. So I was a little worried about it because there was a lot of pain. And secondly, my wife and my daughter, they were supposed to go to, Pune for some work. And normally I go along with them, but this was probably among the few times when they had to go alone. So these were two thoughts, and or rather anxieties, which got converted into worries, when I was meditating over there. And that is a time when Guruji mentioned that you look at them at as Natadrasta, just see them and don't experience them, don't be one with them. It troubled me for the first 2 days, but on the third day, I was able to see them as something separate, something that I cannot do that. Akarta Bhav was also there. And the moment I did that, there was rise of this thought, and immediately after 5 to 10 minutes, I saw them vanishing away and they did not reappear. So at the end of the third day, those worries were no more there. So in other words, there was nirjara of those thoughts. So I literally experienced that. And there was
Ashram.
yeah,
Ashram Nirod happened.
that's right.
Nirjara
Yes.
happens in karma.
Yeah.
Ashram Nirod happened.
Yeah. So would you say
So
that
I'll tell you
this?
one thing. Sorry, others I'll forget. When these thoughts were coming, you were getting disturbed, no? That disturbance
Yes.
is the fuel
Yeah.
for these thoughts. You don't get disturbed, then इनका fire कम हो जाएगा. समझ में आया? We get disturbed, so they also keep growing, You stop getting disturbed. You don't fight with them. You don't fly away from them. No flight, no fight. You just have a very Yata Drishta reaction means so vanishing.
Yeah.
You're on mute.
No. Got it. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
So then what else? What else? Share your experience.
No, so now those thoughts were so troubling that I started perspiring. I just couldn't focus on what I'm supposed to do. And as I mentioned, I kept on fighting with them for the first 2 to 3 days. And on the fourth day, towards the end of the third day, and on the fourth day, I was absolutely free of these thoughts because
Then
I said, I cannot do anything right now. These are just thoughts. These are just worries, unnecessary worries, and things may not be as I am perceiving them to be. Okay. So akarta bhav and and some kind of bhed with those thoughts helped me really get away from those thoughts, and those thoughts absolutely stopped coming on the fourth day.
okay, I'll ask you one thing. Other, had you not had this 4 years of Paramagam studies and you had done that 10 days Vipassana, how different it would have been?
Oh, I think both of them are complementary, both Vipassana and our Jain Dharma, and I try and apply both of them in combination. But thanks to Paramagam, thanks to whatever little understanding I've had, ability to absorb and practice actual learnings, at Vipassana, really helped me in, getting rid of these worries. So all these 4 years that I've been, I think they are of immense help and use to us.
Good, good. So
Yeah.
what you should do is, if you have really benefited from the experience, every now and then, if you get a chance, you should go for Vipassana.
Yes, I do, ma'am.
Should
Yes.
every now and then, periodically. That will show that you're really serious about yourself.
Yes.
Periodically, when you take to this practice, intermittently, periodically, that is when you're ready for a Shravak Gunasthan.
Sure.
And then you want this only and nothing else. Then you're ready for the Sadhu Gunasthan.
Right.
Sadhu Gunasthan. Then you take that Sadhu Paryay also very seriously. That is when you're ready for your Arihanta Darshan.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
You're preparing. See, nothing will come and fall in our lap or everything is based on our efforts. And the efforts are based on your attitude, what kind of attitude you have and what kind of efforts. So 4 years of Paramagam, we help you to have that attitude. But then you have to take to your periodical Samaik and practice what we are teaching.
Yeah.
Right? Then that efforts, that will bring, that Charitra only is Dharma. Told by Kunda Kunda, Charitam Khalu Dhammo. Somewhere they have told Dansanam Mulo Dhammo. Contextually, you have to understand. So until and unless you understand Atma, you will say Darshan is Dharma. But once you've understood it, then the experience of it, Charitra, that is only Khalu. Khalu means definitely that only is Dharma. Otherwise, we are only talking of Dharma. It is like there is a beautiful river flowing and you're sitting on the shore and not taking a dip into the river. You're telling the river is beautiful, pani acha hai, hawa acha hai, feel acha hai, but you're not going into it and feeling that. So the Gyayak Bhav is like a river, ever flowing, ever flowing. Whether you meditate on it or not, you are that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then your darshan becomes right. Then only the experience of it becomes right. So experience will happen only above fifth gunasthan. But the shraddha of it should remain, even though when you're not meditating, you are that and not all this. All that bhav are coming, the kashaya is coming, is kashaya atma. Is what man vachan kaya activity is happening is yoga atma. But I am upyog atma. As a bhed vigyan should ever be there even when we are not meditating. Then it is the samyak darshan. That faith will bring the charitra. That faith will bring the charitra, the real charitra. Otherwise, you don't have the faith. And only when you're meditating, you're enjoying it, is all mithya charitra. You will get some punya karma. You'll get some BP ठीक हो जाएगा, थोड़ा anxiety कम हो जाएगा, थोड़ा stress कम हो जाएगा, पुण्य मिल जाएगा, देवलोक हो जाएगा. But not Mokshamarga. So without the Paramagam, without the Jain philosophy, you take to Vipassana can also be misleading. Until and unless your mithyatva is checked, ध्यान एक तरंग मात्र है. एक तरंग है, एक तरंगी है.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, but
this is a good question for people who are doing Vipassana without the understanding application of Jain philosophy.
no, ma'am, I find it very difficult to practice the learnings in day-to-day life. The ability to practice is far higher when you just.
मुनि बन जाओ, easy हो जाएगा.
Easier said than done.
भाव से मुनि बन जाओ.
Yeah.
भाव से मुनि बन जाओ तो ऑटोमेटिकली आपका डिजाइन जो बाहर का संसार में आपको उसमें रस नहीं आएगा. उसमें देखो आपको यू हैव टू डू द संसार का काम, बट उसमें रस मत लो, उसमें आनंद मत मानो. आनंद तो इधर ही है, डिटैचमेंट में आनंद है, वहां तो बंधन है, वहां तो सफरिंग है. तो यू रीड आचारांग सूत्र, वहां जो सफरिंग को देख लेगा वो क्रोध मान माया लोभ सबको कम कर देगा. पढ़िए आचारांग पढ़िए, बहुत सुंदर ग्रंथ.
Thanks, ma'am.
Very good, very good. चलो, shall we get going?
Thank you for the session today, ma'am.
Shall we get going?
Yeah.
I finished my
session.
exam today and I सुबह से मैं 5 बजे से पढ़ के 6 से 9 बजे तक एग्जाम लिख के फिर 6 से 8:30 बजे तक एग्जाम लिखी. So I was seriously bending down. So I'm just doing warm-ups.
Take rest, ma'am.
Yes.
Thank you.
No rest, no rest.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Very, very good session. Thank you very much.
I would like to
Thank you.
request people to do something for me. अपने 4 साल की क्लास में मेरे कोई भी 5-10 मिनट्स की कोई बात है, रिकॉर्डिंग है, उसको अगर आप मुझे रिकॉर्ड करके भेजेंगे तो आई विल अप्रिशिएट, वेयर आई एम
Okay.
देयर टू गिव इट अ टैग, है ना, उसको ही खाली रिकॉर्ड करके कैप्चर करके अच्छे से आप मुझे भेजेंगे तो आई विल अप्रिशिएट. 4 years में एटलीस्ट 10, 20, 30 थिंग्स आपको एकदम कंसाइसली अच्छे से fit हो गई है. So that I want other people to learn and share from this video. Yesterday, Vivek Bhai from Australia, he sent me a beautiful clip. I really appreciate him for that. I need some 20 videos urgently. I'm not having time to do that. है ना, तो 2-2 घंटे की क्लासेस मुझे नई लोगों को देना है. For an app, I want to develop something. So if
Okay.
you can, I will really appreciate.
Sure, ma'am.
Sure.
ठीक है, तो आप
Thank you.
जाइए, तो भी लेकर आइए और मुझे दे दीजिए.
जी.
Okay.
जय जय जिनेंद्र, जिनवाणी
जय
स्तुति
जय जिनेंद्र. जय.
इमेज में बताई, यह अनंत उपकार है उसके लिए जिनवाणी माँ को वंदना शतबार. जय जिनेंद्र.
जय जिनेंद्र.
जय जिनेंद्र मैम. Thank you.
Thank you.
बंद कर दीजिए रिकॉर्डिंग कपिल भाई.
I don't know.
It will stop by itself.
Yeah.